If you are someone that enjoys playing music and has ever thought to yourself, I should go get a gig, I should make a band, this video is going to be for you. Me and my sister, we wanted to start a band for forever, and we would go to different places that had live music, and we'd always be like, we could totally do that. We're just as good as that person. And it literally took us years to actually do because it was kind of vague how to do it. I had been playing hired gun gigs for different people in Nashville, and for that, they always booked the gigs, and I just kind of got invited and played along. But for booking your own shows, it's a bit of a different process. So if you are completely new to this and maybe just sing or play guitar, or both hopefully, this video is going to be for you and giving you some practical steps how to actually get yourself out there. This is sort of the best thing ever because essentially you get paid to have fun. All you have to do is show up, play songs that you love and sing, play guitar for a couple hours. You usually get free drinks and food, and then they give you a check at the end of the day and you make friends. So honestly, if you think about all the things you want to do on a Friday or Saturday night, this is really the most fun. So I'm just going to start off with 5 tips that I wish that I would have known when I was getting started. So hopefully you can go ahead and start going rather than have this vague idea of that you want to play out and are not quite sure how to get there. So the first thing that you'll need to do is put together a set list. This is going to be a good kind of thing to sort of define who you are, what your vibe is. So I like to use Spotify, and basically we started off by adding songs, cover songs to our playlist and some originals. In the beginning, honestly, most people do want you to play majority of covers if you're new before you really have a name for yourself, because people know them and are gonna sing along and get more excited about them than your own songs, even if your songs are really great. So me and my sister like to kind of blend our originals in there, and as people come to our shows more just to see us, we feel more comfortable playing more of our originals. Okay, the next thing that you need to do is putting together an EPK. This is an electronic press kit. So for us, this is a 2-page PDF. I used Canva to make ours. It's really easy just to drag and drop images in there and make a bio. So on this EPK, some things that you might want to get prepared for this is some photos. You could just have something casual, have a friend take these of you and your guitar, whoever you're playing with. Having one video is really nice. You could have somebody record that if you have ever played a show that is really low barrier, you know, just playing some of your music, or just in your living room playing through a song. Doesn't have to be fancy. Then a social link. It is nice to have an Instagram that has maybe a few pictures just to show that you are getting going. And that is honestly pretty much it to get started. As you go along, getting a recording is really helpful, but I found that more venues really love to see a video of you so they can really see what you're gonna be like when you're performing there. So next thing is putting together your tools that you will need. The biggest thing that I like to use is I just have a packed gig bag that has a Shure SM58, which is a vocal mic that's really durable and it always sounds great. And I think this is just really nice just in case a venue has a really bad mic or just something's going on. I just like to have that. I also always have my own cables. Most places in Nashville supply those, but I just like to have my own, again, if they're faulty or there's some kind of issue with them. I like to have a letterboard or some kind of something that shows who we are, because usually places don't announce that, and if people aren't listening when you announce who you are and they want to hire you later, it's just nice to have that somewhere. Sometimes have a Venmo link if they want to tip you and don't have cash. And then as far as a sound system, it kind of depends on what area you're in. In Nashville, pretty much all the venues have sound systems, so I haven't really had to worry about getting my own. But in, you know, my hometown, which is a big wine country, there's a lot of wineries you can play at. A lot of them don't have sound systems, so I would just make sure that you check with the venue first and ask them exactly what you need. Okay, so once you have your set list ready and you've practiced that a few times, your EPK is ready and you're ready to send that out to people, so you have some media about who you are and you have your basic supplies needed, I would then say go ahead and try to get your gigs. Just go for it. I like to go for low-hanging fruit at first. So thinking about venues that seem like they would be really easy to play with. I think it's always honestly nice to talk to people in person. If you've literally never played live before, I think a really good start is honestly just playing a writer's night. That way you can maybe just have 3 songs that you've played, and you usually don't get paid for those, so that is a bummer, but it might be good just to get a little bit of practice. Me and my sister were not good at our first gig. We made a lot of mistakes, started songs in the wrong keys, but it kind of forced us to get our head together because we would always put off our practices. But once we had something on the calendar, we were like, oh gosh, this is in like 2 days. We better get our set list down. So go ahead and just schedule something. So finally, when you have gotten your first gig and you show up there, here are a few tips. I think it is really great if you engage the audience. That's something that most places that we've played at say that they really love, is when you are talking to people, asking them, how's the drinks? How are you liking, you know, hanging out in whatever town you're in? Who's from there? Just easy little questions and just starting to engage people, because it's gonna really make the experience feel more lively, feel a bit more friendly, and make people honestly wanna hang out with you. Another thing to think about, you will probably mess up, and that's okay. Just moving on from it and not being too hard on yourself. The biggest thing with all of this is that you're having fun and that you're getting better each time. So I hope you feel more confident about just getting out there. Just do it and don't really think too hard about it, because it's really easy to get into your head. So thank you so much for watching. Comment your thoughts at the bottom and have an amazing rest of your day.